I sincerely didn't think I was going to have to give Texas another L this soon, but Texas is going to take another L. That man, oh my goodness. Before I get into this story, I got to give you a disclaimer first because I don't want to get flagged, but I have to make sure that I'm fair with every viewer on my channel before I talk about that image that you guys see on my screen first. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. Guys, I got to think about what I can actually say without getting flagged off of YouTube. I got to say, look, let's go back to this face. Not that, oh my God, that's even worse. Woo-wee. Sorry, young man. Let me talk about Grandpa's face here. I want you guys to look at this. When you talk about staring death in the face, I want you guys to look at this. This man literally looks like he is fresh off of death row. Like this man literally looks like somebody dug him up out of a coffin and decided to take a picture of his face. Golly, boy, life has not been kind to this man's face. It is a hard knock life out here for us. Ain't that right, Jay-Z? Good Lord, man. When the devil made this man's face, it broke the mold. I don't know what kind of sitcom, what type of cruel joke somebody played on his face. Like, why does your face look like that? Like he just looks like, smells like ass in here. Like that's what his face looks like. If I smell ass in here had a face, that's what his face looks like. Look, y'all will never hear this story. Let me stop. Let me stop. That's ridiculous, Just Jay. Stop it. Stop it right damn now. Stop it. Oh, Tales from the Crypt face looking ass. My God. Oh my God. This is a very sad story, but man, like this man's face looked like what cereal looks like when you let it sit in milk for too long. Like his face looked like it's about to just fall apart. Let me stop. Oh my goodness, let me stop. Richland Hills, Texas takes the L, or the L like this. A Richland Hills man remains in custody and is the lone suspect in a stabbing death of his 8-year-old grandson, according to police. And this is according to NBCDFW.com. So thank you for the article. Thank you for giving Texas another L, young man. During a news conference Wednesday afternoon, investigators, and I'm going to stop making jokes. I promise I'm going to try my best. This is a very sad story. Investigators with the Richland Hills Police Department confirmed that 8-year-old Brennan McDonald was found dead on January the 1st. This was only a few days ago. And that the suspect is his own grandfather, 113-year-old Philip Hughes is his grandfather. This man looked like about 135 years old, but they're claiming that he's 62. We're going to use that loosely. 62, allegedly. Chief of Police Kimberly Sylvester and Hughes shared a home in Labadie Drive with his grandson and the child's parents, but stopped short of revealing any motive for the boy's death or saying if there was any tension in the home, citing the ongoing investigation. Sylvester says she expects to turn the case over to Tarrant County District Attorney's Office by the end of the week. Words cannot begin to express our frustration and sadness that we're all feeling as a result of this case, nor can any spoken word heal the pain that comes with the loss of a child. Brennan had his whole life ahead of him. He's a handsome-looking young man, too, man. Just really sad. Why? I don't know why his grandfather... Something caused this. Somebody said alcoholism, possibly. I got so many jokes. I need to really, really focus on telling this story. So I'm going to try to cut the jokes. Brennan had his whole life ahead of him. He was smart and talented, and he loved to sketch and draw. She said she wanted to send her condolences, and the family provided a picture of their son, which was displayed during the news conference, which you guys saw. As police officers, we as much as we experience through our profession and our career, it's never easy to hear that a child's life has been lost in such a tragic way. Hughes has been charged with capital murder of a person under the age of 10 years old, which is what we call the super aggravated child abuse laws that exist here in Texas for a reason. And we got him here. Damn, that man's face is hard looking. That is just disturbing. Just Jesus. I just didn't think you could be that level of ugly. Golly. Anyway, let's keep going. Let me refresh this real quick. I'm trying to take down one of the pictures. Punishment for capital murder in Texas is either life in prison without parole or the death penalty. Which one do y'all think he's going to get? Which one would y'all prefer to see him get once he's convicted? I think they're going to get a conviction. Hughes is currently being held in Tarrant County Jail on bonds totaling $2 million. It's not clear if Hughes has obtained an attorney. But let me give you guys the fair usage. And his face on the screen yet again. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. I did kind of miss a detail here. It's saying that the boy was stabbed, so that's how he died, I believe. They wouldn't confirm whether a commotion or struggle led to the parent. Let me skip some of this. As officers drove toward the home, one happened upon the boy's grandfather walking away from the residence and took him into custody without incident, which was caught on the neighbor's Ring camera. Okay. A preliminary report from the Tarrant County Medical Examiner indicated the child's cause of death was a sharp force injuries of the neck and chest. Damn. There was one more part in here. Okay. They're saying that he has no history of arrest in Richland Hills and no known history of violence. His last contact with the police department was in 2021 when he filed complaints about animals and parking. Court records show Hughes was arrested for driving while intoxicated, a DWI, in October 2009 by Hearst Police. He was sentenced in September 2020 to 90 days in jail and a year of probation. So that's where they're at so far with that. So here we go. Let's get it.
A grandfather is charged with murdering his 8-year-old grandson. The crime has brought grief to the child's family and his classmates. I'm Clarice Tinsley. First at 5:30, the Tarrant County Medical Examiner identified the 8-year-old victim. Brennan McDonald was fatally stabbed on New Year's Day. His elementary school is helping students cope with their loss. Fox 4's Lori Brown is live with the story. Lori.
Clarice, Brennan McDonald attended school in Birdville ISD. The district told us in an email today that the district was making counselors available for students and staff as classes resume today.
These are photos of 8-year-old Brennan Shea McDonald from a GoFundMe page set up to help his mother with funeral expenses. The organizer wrote, Brennan was smart, enthusiastic, always smiling with the biggest heart. There wasn't a single room he couldn't light up with his smile or a story he couldn't tell you that would make you laugh. His autopsy released Tuesday lists his cause of death as sharp force injuries of the neck and chest. Brennan's grandfather, 62-year-old Philip Hughes, is charged with his murder. A motive for the deadly attack has not yet been released. Richland Hills police say they received a call from a family member at the home New Year's Day just before 8 a.m. When police arrived at the home on the 3500 block of Labadie Drive, the boy was dead. Hughes was located nearby. A neighbor captured this video of his arrest on a Ring doorbell camera. Brenham was a student in the Birdville ISD. The district told us in an email. Campus staff spent yesterday processing this tragedy and calling parents in the impacted grade level. We will have additional counselors on campus today when students return. Linda Hubbard, Brenham's great-grandmother, told us Monday the boy and his parents were living with Hughes. She said it was supposed to be a temporary situation.
He was just a beautiful little boy. He didn't deserve this at all.
A spokesperson with Child Protective Services told us that they are investigating the 8-year-old's death, but they did not have any previous cases with the family.
One more video, and then I'm going to show you guys the GoFundMe if y'all would like to see that. We'll talk about that GoFundMe here in just a moment. I want y'all to take a guess as to how much money that they're asking for a funeral. What is it? What did it say? Funeral and service. How much do y'all think they're asking for in GoFundMe?
It's been 3 days since police arrested a man for the murder of his 8-year-old grandson, and investigators did provide some updates today. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Richland Hills police say 62-year-old Philip Hughes here with a brand new updated mugshot surrendered on Sunday by flagging down an officer that was on the way to the nearby crime scene. And we learned a little bit more about who found the boy and who called police. Fox 4's David Centendry is in Richland Hills tonight with more on the murder investigation. David.
Yes, Steve and Heather, I spoke off camera with one neighbor earlier today who still cannot believe that this happened. He says he regularly had casual conversations with that grandfather, small talk as they would pass through the neighborhood. And he also had seen the grandfather playing with the grandson from time to time, using chalk to draw on the sidewalk outside of their home. Now people in that neighborhood and really people all across North Texas are trying to figure out why this grandfather allegedly killed his 8-year-old grandson.
Brenham had his whole life ahead of him. He was a smart and talented young boy who loved to sketch and draw.
As Richland Hills Police Department shares more information about the death of 8-year-old Brenham McDonald, who they say was stabbed to death by his grandfather, 62-year-old Philip Hughes, there are still many unanswered questions, including what was the motive?
We can say that the investigation thus far has revealed only one suspect, and that suspect remains in custody.
Police believe a sharp-edged weapon they found inside the grandfather's home was used to kill the child. The 8-year-old was found by a parent early Sunday morning.
This was reported from a 911 call that came from a parent of the child inside the residence.
Police, however, will not say if they believe the murder happened around that time or overnight. They will not say if the child's parents heard a commotion before finding him, or if they found him while not suspecting anything was wrong.
He was not at home alone with the grandfather.
Police say McDonald and his parents had been staying at the home for about 2 years. Down the street,
the suspect was located by a responding officer approximately a block away from the residence and taken into police custody without incident.
Hughes was arrested outside a school Sunday. Police will not describe Hughes's demeanor or what he's now saying while in custody.
We realize that this case has affected not only the family, friends, and loved ones of Brenham, but also our entire community and beyond.
He was just a beautiful little boy. He didn't deserve this at all.
Linda Hubbard is the 8-year-old's great-grandmother. She's not directly related to Hughes. She spoke with Fox 4 Monday. She lives in Missouri and says she last saw McDonald, an only child, when he and his parents visited for Thanksgiving, and he helped cook dinner.
It's a tragedy. Just a normal 8-year-old boy, full of life.
As a first responder, you pray that you never have to respond to a call like this.
Police say they have never responded to criminal incidents about Hughes in the past. They will not say if anyone is now reporting any sort of tension or erratic behavior regarding Hughes during the days leading up to the murder.
There is true evil in this world, and our community has experienced this with Brenham's death.
Hughes is being held on a $2 million bond at the Tarrant County Jail, again charged with capital murder. Investigators say they plan to turn the case over to the district attorney's office by the end of the week. Steve, Heather, back to y'all.
All right, David Centendry live in Richland.
All right. So let me say this to the family and friends or anybody in the area or anybody who might get triggered. I'm not saying this because I'm trying to hurt feelings. I'm saying this because I'm trying to educate people that we need to be more responsible when it comes to having life insurance. Nobody ever expects any human being to die. But we all will lose our lives at some point in some shape, form, or fashion, whatever that is. And I think that all human beings, especially here in the United States of America, should have life insurance. And I do not think that it is society's responsibility to bury us. I think it is our family circle's responsibility to bury us. Okay? Want to make sure I'm very clear. Now let me show you the GoFundMe account that is asking for, and if you guys guessed $20,000, then you would have guessed correctly. So let me read to you what it says. As you guys can see, they're asking for $20,000, and they have already collected $14,375 as of right now. Funeral and service for 8-year-old Brenham McDonald. And the organizer is Maddox Sullivan, is the organizer, and said, I'm Maddox Sullivan. I am making this post on behalf of Rachel McDonald and family. A mother does not ever expect to have to bury their own child. We are devastated by this tragic event and not prepared for his unexpected passing. I think that, do y'all think the amount is high? 20,000? I'll leave that for you guys to decide. But I think that if you put up a GoFundMe in a situation like this, I maybe say maybe 10,000. And if people give you 20,000, I say, cool, fine. It is what it is. But I don't say it to be disrespectful, and I've never said it and meant to be disrespectful and make people feel bad. I've been just trying to wake people up and get people to understand, do y'all even know who you're donating to? Were the people there? Did they know about this? The person who's going to be the recipient of this money, I mean, what is their tie to this boy? Like, do we even know? But again, I think this is society's way of us coaxing our egos and trying to make ourselves feel better about all of these situations that are happening. And we just tend to just throw money at it and say, here you go, let's give him the best funeral ever. And I said this actually to a friend of mine earlier, and I said, does this little boy, Brenham, actually give a crap whether you have the best funeral for him that could ever exist? Does he give a crap about any of that? I'm sure he'd rather smell those flowers while he's alive rather than y'all putting him on top of his casket while giving him the best funeral ever so we can feel better about giving him back to the earth. I say that because why won't we take that same money, invest it into our schools, invest it into our education, put it into a college fund, put it into life insurance, put it into something, put it into a trust fund. Maybe donate the remaining money to other less fortunate children. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying stuff that doesn't make sense to anybody. Life in prison, if he gets the death penalty, he absolutely deserves it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. A lot to talk about here. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you.